Detroit, we're going to go ahead and come to the front of the congregation. Ladies, y'all out here got these men. Y'all doing our fellas bad. Y'all doing our fellas bad, ladies. Y'all are doing our fellas bad, ladies. I'm going to just say, why y'all got to do our men like this? Why y'all got to do our good black men like this? We ain't did nothing but make sure that we took care of y'all. We fed y'all. We clothed y'all. We protected y'all. We housed y'all. And this is what y'all want to do. This is what y'all want to do. Okay. Check this out, y'all. Now, keep in mind, this man is sitting next to his wife. This man is sitting next to his wife.
Kelly, thank you. One man's life going through some unnecessary legal drama. This after receiving a letter that he had fathered a child with a woman he'd never even met. Now, vindication of sorts. It's a follow-up to a story I brought you earlier this year on his legal fight and what comes next.
She don't know me. How do you just put my name down? How do you just put anybody's names down? I don't know her, never seen her, still to this day.
Check this out. Pay attention, y'all.
Haven't talked to her, and it just proved out that the baby has no ties to my name. Thankfully, the lady did bring the child in to get tested, and that's all I needed to happen.
This letter from friend of the court reads in part, "Dear Mr. Smith, enclosed is a copy of the genetic test results, excluding you as the father."
Let's just set the record.
Now, this is the wife, y'all. This is his wife.
I trust my husband because I know his character. Man of integrity.
I would like to say relief, but it's kind of like confirmation, really, because I already knew that I had no ties and no links to this child or this woman, and to have that letter come to my house, it was a little unnerving, but not.
Think about that for a minute. Shout out to Greatness to Work. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody supporting the platform. I'll be reading Super Chat shortly. This man said, I don't know this woman. A lot of y'all saying, I seen y'all in the chat before y'all start getting the story. And this is why we gotta get the story first. A lot of y'all are saying, I hope that nut was worth it. He don't know this woman. He don't know this woman. But a woman can name the man as the father of her child, and then he then becomes responsible for it. And I say it because it ain't his, and so that child don't have no kind of representation at all. We live in a time, ladies and gentlemen, we live in a time where you can literally be listed on somebody's birth certificate and then be responsible, especially from a child support perspective. And these are the archaic laws that feminists are protesting against. They're protesting against updating family court laws that was drafted back at a time where women really generally didn't have the opportunities that they have now. They didn't have the right to vote, so on and so forth. And a woman can literally name you as the father of a child, and then he's sitting here and saying, thank God that she brought the child in to get tested.
Not from the standpoint of being caught up in something. It was a little unnerving that,
Think about this. Hold on. I'm going to rewind this for a second because I'm going to let him tell his story. Think about this for a second. You sitting at the crib. You chilling with your wife. He got his wife sitting there next. Dog, you have no clue what this man probably went through behind the scenes and behind this curtain. Because now the wife is like, yo, I trust my man or whatever. Man, she was probably like, yo, what the fuck? And I mean, can you really blame her? Because your first reaction when your man gets something in the mail that said, yo, you the father of the kid, regardless of whether you the father of the kid or not, the initial reaction is being pissed. Yo, what the fuck? You out here fucking around? What the hell who is this chick? And he like, I ain't never seen this woman in my life. I ain't never seen this woman in my life. And you know she gonna think that he lying. She gonna be like, oh, you don't know him? Or you don't know her? You ain't never seen her. Why would she just pick? This is the conversation that's gonna happen. Why would she just name you? Where'd she get your name from? The reality is that I would sue the hell off of this woman. I would sue her face off because this is literally emotional stress, pain and suffering, and punitive damages. You can't just randomly name a man and then you preventing us from being able to sue these women. What if she had left him? What if she had messed up this family? What if it was something that was irreparable that happened and the trust was completely eroded? I know I talked to the lead attorney yesterday. Shout out to Christopher and shout out to the lead attorney. I talked to him yesterday. Me and the lead is cool. That's my dog. I was congratulating him on his growth. What if it had been irreparable damage and harm, especially the trust, the erosion, something that happened, she had snapped out. You just seen the dude crash out just on the last story. And what if this irreparable damage had happened in a household, but this woman just get to go away scot-free? How much pussy did this man miss out on as a result of this court mix-up? It wasn't a mix-up. It's not a mix-up. But I'm gonna let him tell the story. Listen.
It was a little unnerving, but not from the standpoint of being caught up in something. It was a little unnerving that, a letter like this could come to my house having no legitimacy to it.
We first brought you the story of D'Angelo Smith in late January when he presented some wild allegations against a friend of the court in Berrien County. The initial letter sent to his home stated a woman who we are not naming alleging him to be the father of her daughter.
Now here's the question. Why don't they name the woman? Why does her identity get to be left a secret? I don't understand that. Why does her identity get to be left a secret? Why is this protection of people that are actually doing the things that's the worst for the community a thing? How is this a thing? Why they don't get to name her? Why don't her identity get exposed?
Child between the age of 1 and 2 years old.
She's a stripper from Detroit. We had a one-night stand at some hotel that we supposed to been and went to.
Listen, this was the original video back in January. Look at the wife. The wife got on the blue blocker. She got on the shades. The wife is like, this was before he was vindicated. Stripper from Detroit. The wife got on the shaded glasses. Now her glasses is wrecked. She ain't got on no glasses no more. She back regular again. She don't want them. She ain't want them to see the eyes back then.
That we supposed to been and went to, and and this is a story that was told to me.
While playing the waiting game for the alleged mother to bring in the baby for a DNA sample, the school where D'Angelo Smith teaches received an inquiry for possible garnishment if things did not go in his favor.
Where it made it not something that was being alleged, now it's something that's being taken into action, and there's no paternity been established.
But clearly, these test results confirm that to no longer be the case.
He was already in a position to get garnished. He works in a public school and his reputation is tarnished, and you're telling me that this man does not have a case to where he should be able to sue this chick, sue the pants off of this chick. This is wild to me.
Being said, strong marriage or not, clean past or not, that's a very tough letter for anyone to receive.
Absolutely.
Without any proof.
Absolutely. It is. The main things that they have to provide to the state of Michigan is a name and a birth date and where they live. That's easy information for someone to gather off of Google, off of Facebook, off of any kind of social media platform.
People who have checkered past, who have done things in the past, who have, stepped out and did things that was unbecoming of a real man, right? And so, but they've changed and they've cleaned up their act and they've gotten better, which all of us have the opportunity of doing or getting better. But a letter like this coming to that house, a man that has changed his ways, that has walked in a different direction.
Hold on, fam. You're doing a little bit too much talking right now. Slow your roll. Hold on. Sir. Who mans is this that's doing too much talking about he done this? Sir, this is your time to shine. This is not your time to be out here advocating for people changing his ways. Yo, hold on, big dog. Hold on. You can't be out here just be talking. Big dog, homie. You doing a little too much talking, bruh. Don't be. What is he doing? What is he talking about? I thought he was like advocating on behalf of other people. I thought he's a preacher. Like, listen, it's a lot of people out here that did some stuff and they didn't change their ways. I wouldn't want them to get this letter either. Don't refer to yourself like this. Hold on. Let me rewind it for a second.
Stepped out and did
To gather off of Google.
Did this nigga cheat before? Oh, this nigga probably always was one step away from losing his old marriage. He probably did something before. Now we looking at you funny, Pastor.
Off of Facebook, off of any kind of social media platform.
people who have checkered past, who have done things in the past, who have, stepped out and did things that was unbecoming of a real man. Right?
Hoppo, shut the hell up. What is he doing? What are you talking about? Don't you get on the TV and say that? And why did the news cut that in there and tell that to the general public? Not honestly, I have not seen the full video. I only had seen that first part. So this is all new to me. I wasn't expecting to see this part of the video.
Right. And so, but they've changed and they've cleaned up their act and they've gotten better, which all of us have the opportunity of doing or getting better. But a letter like this coming to that house, a man that has changed his ways, that has walked in a different direction, this letter could be absolutely devastating because of what you've done before.
We made
This nigga this nigga done stepped out before. Oh, no. He talking about it could be devastating because of what you done did before. Come on, Freaky Jason. I don't even want to play the rest of the video because this is not going the way that I anticipated it going. I was going to hold women accountable, but big dog, you can't be out here telling on yourself. You got to be a little bit more quiet. What they don't know don't hurt them. And so you can't just be out here saying stuff like that. We didn't even know this. You do realize that you're talking to Fox 2 News, right? Oh, Jesus. You don't know what you're going to get on the Millionaire Morning Show. You have no clue what you're going to get on the Millionaire Morning Show. Let's continue. I'm afraid to keep playing this video. All right, let's play it by ear.
several calls to lawmakers in Lansing who are familiar with this particular topic to get some answers.
It's very unfortunate, but paternity fraud is not a unique.
Jake, I agree. I'm starting to feel like maybe he did hit it. And he just was one of the few that did hit it, and he stuck to his story. He said, baby, I don't know who this. Honestly, now he got me questioning it because I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, maybe he did hit it. He did have a little bit of a descriptive. He said, man, stripper from Detroit saying we went to a hotel room. This is what was told to me. Nigga, who told you that? See, now we got to start mining this out. Who told you that it was a stripper from Detroit and y'all went to a hotel room and this is how you possibly conceived this baby and where she found out where your job was so that she can garnish your check? Where they do that at? Shout out to Rick. I'm gonna be reading Super Chat shortly. Now I'm thinking he just dodged the bullet. He dodged the bullet. He stuck. Baby, I don't even know who this chick is. Thank God it wasn't his, and so he continuing to dodge the bullet. Oh, man. See, I can't live this life. I'm not built for this life. This is too stressful. This is too stressful. I don't have time to be sitting out here. out here having these conversations and going back and forth and possibly putting my whole perspective. Oh, no, don't self-snitch, big dog. Stick to your guns.
Unusual situation in Michigan.
Senator Jim Runstead tells me he's been pushing for new legislation on the matter during the past 8 years, saying right now there's no penalty for lying.
Senator, what was the opposition for not passing this kind of legislation?
Well, maybe it would hinder mothers who don't want to name a particular guy, or they made a mistake, but you had to knowingly name the wrong person. It becomes emotional stuff.
Respect.
The penalty, it's wild that there's no penalty for lying. I can't understand why they wouldn't pass this legislation and why they advocate against it. Why wouldn't they pass this legislation, and why is there no penalty for lying? I don't understand that.
Respectfully, to mandate that DNA testing for the child is conducted first before a letter is sent to someone's home alleging they may be the father of a child regarding a woman whom they have never met, doesn't that seem like common sense type of legislation?
I tell you, Joshua, the common sense goes out the window. I'd be more than happy to put that bill in, and I'm telling you, it wouldn't even get a hearing in committee. I'll guarantee it wouldn't even get a hearing in committee. I ran across this before.
And the only reason I believe that this woman came in was because of Fox 2. Fox 2 provided a platform where the word got out, and this word spread it like wildfire quickly to the point where the lady came in. Now, I asked the courts, the friend of the courts, about bringing her in. They said, well, we just have to wait until she comes in. But I thank God that Fox 2 provided a platform where the lady was able to come in, but everybody does not have that opportunity for Fox 2 to show up at their doorstep to help them out.
A lot to wrap your head around, guys. Real quick, as we did in our initial story, we called friend of the court for a comment but have not heard back. In the meantime, Senator Jim Runstead tells me if you're caught in a similar situation, your best option is to hire an attorney if possible. Also, and this is very key, reach out to your lawmakers. The senator says more bipartisanship is much needed on this very touchy matter.
It could destroy a whole relationship. I mean, luckily, here's a guy that has, he has
a solid household.
That's very
Didn't sound like it.
Some people would have packed up and left and said, I just don't believe you. You could have destroyed a life.
Bingo.
Unbelievable story. For them to send that to work. Can you imagine if you worked at a certain place and the rumors would start to spread?
Yes.
I mean, it is potentially not only family
definition of character in the public eye.
But your character and your life.
Absolutely.
I can't imagine how frustrated that family was while they were.
Let me tell you something, bro. And all jokes aside from his self-snitching, this is an issue. This is a genuine issue. When we have these conversations, and this is one of the reasons why I was so adamant about when I would go on these panels and we would have these debates, and I would see women come up there being disingenuous. It bothered me. It bothered me because if we're not even going to have a conversation in truth and the reality of what's facing a man, but you sitting here and telling me that I am supposed to lead men into a burning house of dealing with a baby mama, that is wild for me to tell guys that they need to have dick discipline, considering what it is that you just seen right here, that a woman can name a dude and then start to have his check garnished, and even all the way to the point to where she can damage his public reputation, ruin his relationship, possibly mess up his marriage, the whole 9 yards. And you sitting here telling me that it makes sense for men and women to come to the table and have the conversation. Have what conversation? Before you even start to have the conversation, you have to fix your side of the bed. You need to fix your side of the house. You need to get your whole house on. Listen, you advocating against the legislation that actually would hold somebody accountable for volunteering a lie and putting their whole life in jeopardy. But we supposed to sit here and have a conversation with you? Why would I have a conversation with you when you already coming with a loaded gun? You got a gun under the table, you got a gun over the table, and you got a gun in your knapsack just in case we walk away, you can shoot me in the back of the head.